March 5th was a day to remember because A Day to Remember dropped a new record called You're Welcome. I see lots of back and forth opinions on the new album that they just dropped. I wanted to give it a few listens before I gave you my opinion. Now, A Day to Remember spent the last 6 years successfully as an independent band, and this is their first album on a major label. They signed to Fueled by Ramen. Prior to Fueled by Ramen, they were at Epitaph Records. Prior to that, we all know that they were with Victory Records, and they suffered that lawsuit. They were going through that for a pretty long time. But now we finally have their new album, You're Welcome. Now, I love when bands put out albums, okay? I want to play this clip before I tell you what I think about the album from Adam Lazzara and Burt McCracken from The Used. They did a little interview with Pure Volume, and here's what Burt has to say about recording and writing a record.
A record is a snapshot of a time in an artist's life. It's exactly what's going on behind the eyes. So what you might think is your own personal opinion, and that's what art is all about. It's very subjective. There's a lot of music out there. So we love when you enjoy our records. We don't mind when you don't. I don't know. Keep your fucking opinions to yourself.
Go make your own goddamn.
Yeah, make a record, see how easy it is.
It's a hard thing to do. Writing, producing, and recording a whole album, it's a lot of work. Not everybody can do it. Pretty much every artist probably has that feeling deep down inside of, are people gonna like it? But at the end of the day, like Burt McCracken says, they don't fucking care. It's like having a baby grow inside of you for 9 months, shout out to all the moms out there, and then coming out and having somebody, a family member, say that your kid's ugly. Fuck you, okay? I've never had to experience that, but I have put out a record in my day. It's nerve-wracking through and through, and you don't like when people tell you that they don't like it. You shouldn't care, it's your baby. Jeremy's right-hand man for producing this record was Colin Britton, who you'll probably know because he produced records like Dirty Laundry from All Time Low, a few random Papa Roach records. He did the Days and Nights EP with Avicii. He's just a talented producer, and him and Jeremy definitely did some beautiful, beautiful work together. I like the record. It's got poppy and catchy vocals, and there's a few new styles of vocals that Jeremy actually tried on this record, which kind of caught me off guard at the first listen, but after a few more listens, I was like, this makes a lot of sense because it follows up with those heavy motherfucking breakdowns like A Day to Remember is known for. Musically, You're Welcome is described as pop punk or pop rock or metalcore. Like I said, there's a few songs that caught me off guard and probably gonna catch you off guard if you haven't checked it out yet. Some of it's super poppy. They did have a song that came out prior to this record with Marshmello that I thought was super, super fucking excellent. I did think that Marshmello could have went a little heavier with the drop because it is A Day to Remember and I do love their breakdowns, and Marshmello should have utilized them for that, but that is just my personal opinion. But they're trying something new because you can't be putting out the same record after the same record after the same record. You want to evolve as a band. And that's what's interesting about fans. Like, they're either going to love the stuff that you originally put out and follow you along the journey as you grow as a person, as a human, in age and musically, or they're just gonna talk a bunch of shit about your record because they have nothing else to do and they like your old shit. Your old shit's still there. It's not going anywhere. If you like the old stuff, just listen to the old stuff, but give the new stuff a chance because bands and musicians need to evolve. They need to express themselves and move forward. And that's what I think A Day to Remember did with this album, You're Welcome. I'm really excited to see some of these songs live. I particularly like the song called Bloodsucker. If you haven't heard that one, you should check it out. Of course, you probably heard the song Resentment. That is on this album as well, if you don't know. There's a super heavy song called Last Chance to Dance, Bad Friend. If you want the typical A Day to Remember super throwdown, I'm in the mosh pit with you, look out for my elbows type of song, definitely check that one out. I'm giving A Day to Remember's new album, You're Welcome, 2 thumbs up. And you can check out my other thoughts and reviews on my podcast called Saturdays, which is on Spotify. You can follow me at Happy Saturdays. It's a show that focuses on pop punk and emo music like this one. Once again, I'm Dan Amsden from Saturdays, and we'll talk to you next time I decide to review a dope record that comes out.